you've had a really lovely weekend and had lots of sewing time to yourselves. I had, what did I do this weekend? I got a little bit of sewing in. My name is Katrina, if we haven't met, and this is my channel, Create Something Pretty. This is where I like to talk about sewing and creating things by hand, and mostly clothing for your wardrobe. I started making a big floor pattern this weekend, and I think I might regret it. But I'll talk to you a bit more about that later. Today I am doing a sewing room tour. My sewing room is my sanctuary. It's the place that I come to get away when my family's a little bit crazy. I can be myself in here. This is our old bedroom before we extended our house, so it's a decent size. It's not huge, but it's not tiny either. So we have customized it to what I wanted, but I still want to make, I'm not done yet, like I still want to make quite a few changes and make it more me. So we've just used what we can, because I don't know if you've ever renovated or extended a house. That costs a lot. And furniture is usually, it's an afterthought. It's not something that you really like, you need to get the bones right first and then the furniture will come later, so it takes a bit longer to get the rest of it right. So yeah, there's a lot I'd like to change in here, but for now I think it's pretty good. So I hope you'll be interested in seeing my room today. I have a bit of an addiction that I'm hiding in here, though everything that I have in the way of fabric is in this room. So I've crammed a lot in. So I'll show you around. I'll show you how I organize things. I'm not going to go through everything because I don't want it to be boring. So I'll show you bits and pieces, and I'll show you what it's like walking in here. So that's my plan, to walk in, show you around, and then we'll go through a few things. So I hope you'll enjoy that. And then we'll meet back here. Hope you enjoy. Go to this space, and all my fabric down the bottom. Awesome dolls in there as well. Yes, that's a violin. Actually, it's a viola. I do play viola. I used to a long time ago. I don't know if I'm very good at it anymore. And this is my sewing space. Patterns and my TV. More plants. I just want it to be pretty and relaxing in here. So that is my space, and there is my wardrobe where it houses all my dirty secrets. All right, let's start at the start. All right, so we have to go to the front door to do this. All right, so this door, I use every space I can. This is where we start. There's photos, there's my cross stitch that we saw as we came in, and those bags, these tote bags. These have got yarn that's for a particular project, and there's another one there. It's my jacket that I was wearing earlier. That thing is so old now. And I have on the back, these are items that need extra work done to them. So this is my Anthea blouse, and it needs buttons. And I've got my Huvier jacket here because I need to finish hemming it, the cuffs. And then I'll just move this out of the way. This little area here, these are all the PDFs that I have put together. I don't really want to fold them because I need to trace them and get ready to do my next project. So they're all waiting to be made up, and you can see that one is the Anthea blouse. I would really like to make another one of those. Something less busy, just more every day. And what else do I have here? I've got, that is the NYX dress by Closet Core. Some more of the NYX. What else is here? I can't even remember what I've got cut out. What is this one? Oh, it's a lot of the NYX dress. That is, I was going to make the Pixie Pea coat by Twig and Tail, but I stopped that one because it was just too hard because my shoulder was really sore at the time, and it's got fitted shoulders, and I'm just like, no, not at the moment. This is a toaster sweater, toaster sweater 2. I'm actually really keen to get going with that one. And what else have I got cut out? And that is the fawn dress. I tried making that years ago when I didn't have the skills I have now, and I want to give it another go because I couldn't get the fit right, and I think I might be able to do it now. So I think I know what I did wrong. And these are some little pictures. This was my daughter's Christmas list when she was tiny. She was 4. She wanted a telescope. And this is a guinea pig. These are telescopes, in case you can't tell. I think it's gorgeous. And this is a picture my son drew when he was 2. Yeah, he was way above his age. So I had to keep that. They are way beyond what he should have been able to do at that age. And then we have some dolls I made, and a teddy that I made. This one I didn't make, but I did make that jacket. I've had that since, a long time. That'd be 40 years old easily. And then we've got the LOL dolls. It's something I do with my daughter. Yeah, just something we like to go out and get a coffee, and she'll get a LOL doll and open it. We did that for quite a while. I think she's starting to grow out of it now. And then these shelves, I'm not going to go through them because I think that would be quite boring. This is all just like tulle and what else is in there? Like kids sort of style of poplins and flannelette, like for pajamas and things. So, and there's just scraps and things in there, so I don't really want to go through that. It's a bit boring. There's a bit of my knitting and some yarn, and there's my seat. Just the middle of a old couch that we had, and it just fit in here perfectly because nothing else would fit. And then we have my sewing table. This is my current project. This is what I'm working on. This is McCall's 8240, and I'm making this view. Excuse me, I'm not doing the buttons, I'm doing it like this, but in the shirt. And it is reminding me why I don't do Big 4 patterns. Oh my goodness, I did not know what they were talking about when they were asking me to do this placket. My placket looks very different to what their placket looks like. So mine is a lot wider, and I did mess it up a bit, but it shouldn't look like that. So I don't know what I've done. I'm debating whether to go forward and try and make it work, or do I scrap it. So yeah, I don't know if I want to do Big 4 patterns after that then. So this is my pin board. My partner made it, pegboard, I think you call it. I've got your cutters and scissors and buttons and things, and all my rulers and measuring tapes, all the essentials. Pictures of the kids. Everyone needs one of those, don't they? They've got kids. Oh, this is a little gnome thing that I made. I think it's a tutorial off Pinterest, something like that. And my lights are from, these are really good, these clip-on lights. They're just from Bunnings, and I like that they don't actually have a proper globe, so you're not going to break anything. So I think they're LED, so they use less electricity. And there's all my sewing books, or most of my sewing books. I've got this is a op shop one, just a bit of advice on sewing. Gertie's books, Tilly's books. I think I have most of Tilly's books. I have another one in the other room. I have the Great British Sewing Bee books, Lauren Guthrie's book. I have all the Peppermint magazine and Building a Pattern by Sew House 7. I do have their other book, and I actually find that these maker books from Spotlight, they have got, if I can get it out, they have got patterns using just the yarns that they stock. And I found that these were really, really good to have because their yarn is probably the most accessible yarn to me, and I am quite happy to have these. So they give you all patterns to make using just their yarns. So we have Marvel, that's a Spotlight brand of yarn. Northcote, I think this is an older one. The Wind Cries Merino, some of you would have heard of that. So I just think these are a really good book to have if you get hold of those. I got mine as they were getting rid of them, so put that one back again. So that was really good thing to have. My plants, watermelon peperomia. I got that for like $1. Oh my goodness, they're so expensive normally. I can't believe I got that. Okay, so that is the cutting area, and then underneath, fabric. We'll go to that later. All right, let's go back around the room. Now this little white section, where is it? Here. This is, I've just stolen that out of my son's room because I just put in a desk and a chair flat pack in his room. I had to put that together yesterday. I've been super busy this week. I stole that from their room, and I thought that'd be really good to put in my quilting ruler. And this is a ironing sort of thing, station thing. That's the thing of my sewing machine, so you can do quilting. It's really good when you've got lots of fabric. And guillotine for cutting out PDFs. So that's what I've been using that for at the moment. And then this is full of photocopier paper, envelopes. I've got buttons. Top drawer is all just, there's my phone cover. The top drawer, I've got all my bobbins and measuring tapes. I've got my work, that looks lovely, doesn't it? Walking foot, lots of needles, yeah, all those sorts of things in there. Then I've got buttons and ribbons in the next one. I have got, this is all like tools and things, so there's a hammer in there somewhere. My binding sets are in there, hole punches, the binders, ink for my printer. Just bought this yesterday, some macrame cord, just for making pouches and things. A bit of sticky tape in here, hot glue gun, all that sort of stuff is in there, all the tools. This is just like envelopes. That's for my swimsuit, maybe later in the year. Envelopes to put my patterns in. Curtain cording. Everyone needs that, don't they? Yeah, that's, and folders and things. So I can't wait to replace this. I really want to get a new one day that looks nice and clean and nice and wide. I'd really like. So this is my sewing machines. This is my fabulous Janome DC 6030. I love it. It is computerized. It comes with that quilting. It's actually a quilting machine. I didn't realize that until I got it serviced. It is fabulous. I love this machine. I recommend getting it serviced regularly because it made such a huge difference. And then we have my Elna, and this is from Spotlight. This was gifted to me. I always buy my machines from a service centre. I don't normally get them from places like Spotlight. That's like a big volume store. I just like the better service you get from a smaller retailer. Now this machine, it is a better overlocker and it's quite easy to thread, but I have had problems with my tension discs from day one. They are all out. Every single one of these is out. So it's not what it should be. It is a battle to get the tension correct. So I know every brand has their duds, and this might just be a dud, like this particular machine, not this model. So I don't know if anyone else has had trouble with theirs, but mine has been like that from day one. I have always had trouble with it. I just left it too long. I didn't know enough about it when I first got it. So now for my fabulous, most favourite machine of all is my Juki cover stitch machine. I love this machine so much. This machine, Juki's are a really good brand. Their parts are easy to replace, they're easy to service. That's pretty much why we were recommended to get this particular one. This was a present for my birthday about 2 years ago? 1 year ago. Not long ago. Not long in my terms anyway. So they're my machines. And then my patterns that I've either printed out recently and haven't put away yet, or I'm planning to make. So there's my Sew Over Penny dress. This is that Stylark, what's it called, Xanthi. I really can't wait to make that one. So pretty. The Logan jacket, really want to get that made. I need more sewing time. I want to be able to sew 10 times faster. So our 7, the toasted sweater, and instructions. This is a music folder that my music teacher made for me when I was in primary school. My family called me Tina. This is the Megan Nelson Protea dress. I love this pattern. It's such a good pattern. I really want to make it again. Got to make that one again. Hopefully get a chance to do that this summer. I just want to go back in. There we go. Eleanor instructions for my overlock, which I do use quite often. Fawn dress instructions, it looks like. Sabrina Slims. I do think about making these all the time. I really want to try and make more pairs. I've only made me 1 or 2 pairs like ever. Dragon Wings from Twig and Tail. I don't even know what that's in there. I have no idea what that's in there. Juki instruction manual. This is the Hope Woven dress by Stylark. Sweet Cheeks sweater. Oh, really got to make that. Oh, I think that's an awesome pattern. And the Green Line Studio, what's it called? The Tamarack jacket. I was so excited when I got that, and I still haven't made it. So I really got to get that one made. So that's definitely on my to-do list. More plants. This was a rescue plant. I know spider plants are easy to grow because we used to have them on our farm when I was a kid, and they grew like weeds. So I picked it up. It was like $2 at Bunnings. I'm just like, oh, you are joking. So I just grabbed it. So I've got some propagation going on down here. I don't know if you can see the little roots coming out. This was just a piece that was left underneath the pots at Bunnings. They don't care if you grab them. They don't care because they're just going to throw them out. So I grabbed it. I did tell them. I'm very honest. And yeah, it's growing roots. So I might have a new plant soon. And then we have my printer and my laptop where I print out all my PDFs. I have some patterns and things just sitting here waiting for me to do something with them. A diary. This is, so I've got some DVDs because my reception in here isn't always that great. These plants are actually sitting on a DVD player. That's a very cheap, nasty DVD player that I bought at Kmart like, oh geez, like 15 years ago now, and it's still going good. I can't believe it's still working so well. So yeah, I'll watch, like I'll put on something that I know really well. Like I love Cruella because she makes all the dresses and stuff, of course. So I love her. I love her movie and Little Women. Just old movies that I know really well that I can have on in the background when my reception is not working very well. This is another, I think it's a peperomia. I'm not sure of that one, but it's a gorgeous plant. I love it. I have zips in here. I'll try not to rock out. I have in this one all my labels. There's a bit of variety and some things that you can just stick on. Clothes, so all that sort of stuff is all in here. What else? And then Syngonium. I have in here, this is mostly elastic. These are my threads. Then I have some patterns that I'm thinking about making just for some inspiration. I really love this pattern. I really want to make that one again. I want to make maybe this version or just something a bit more everyday with this one maybe. I love the looks of this. I think I've traced it out once before and I didn't get very far with it. I might have another look at it, I think. And I have, oh, this is the one my partner bought me for my birthday. This is the factory dress. I have to make that. Absolutely have to make that. Love this pattern. Absolutely love it. It's very simple, very basic pattern, but it's oldie, but it's a goodie. I really want to go back and make that one again. I made that when I very first started sewing. This one, I just cannot get this pattern out of my head. That short sleeve shirt, I really want to make that. It looks very, very simple. I really want to give it a go. Some very popular patterns here as well. And yeah, just a whole heap of patterns, a few vintage ones there as well. And some more DVDs down the end there. This is Offspring, which is a popular series based in Melbourne. Love that one. And Mrs. Brown's Boys. I love her. She is so funny. Yeah, if I'm ever in a bad mood, I need to watch Mrs. Brown's Boys. She's just hilarious. So, and then we've just got some Hoyas. These are all Hoyas. I love this Indian rope one. This is one of the first ones I ever bought, and it is quite big. I just wish I had bought 3 or 4 at the same time so I could have a couple of them hanging off over the edge. And then some vintage prints and my cat doll that I made. And I have all of these prints that I bought from the op shop, and I put them in frames because they're just too pretty to cut up and use. I think they are gorgeous. I did have all my patterns lined up across here, or like my next, or just things that I wanted to make, and I was planning to make them next. I have taken them off recently because I just found it distracting. And these are my ironing boards. That is my latest finished object, and I haven't even Instagrammed or showed anyone that yet, so you're getting a sneak peek. This ironing board, this one here, I designed that, and not the fabric, the actual ironing board, and we've just covered it. It goes on top of this little slim ironing board to give me a bigger surface to iron fabric on, because this one is really thin and it just takes forever to iron anything. So the other one is about 50 centimeters wide, so that way I can iron my fabric a hell of a lot quicker. So that is all of the furniture. We are now left with this big scary wardrobe, and in there is hiding a little clean secret. Not a dirty secret because I wash my fabric. Did I just give it away? This is, oh, I can't get it open. This is my fabric and patterns as far as the eye can see. I love my fabric. I have been collecting fabric my whole life. I'm now 47. I have had a lot of time to collect, and I have given a lot away. So I haven't actually had to tidy this very much. It's actually like this most of the time. I do try and keep it tidy because I go a bit nuts if things get messy. I can't handle a mess. So let's get through it because this video is getting long. So the top of it is this is all the like fleecy type fabrics, heavier fabrics, like cool weather things like cord. I think you just call this fleece. That's your cheap fleece from Spotlight, poodle fleece. This is minky fleece, and there's some French terries in there as well. And then all of my rayons, I've had to put them in containers because it just falls out. So this is a bit of a mess. Actually, it's getting messy again now because I've been going through it for other things. Then down here is all my cottons, denims, chamberets, tencels, that sort of thing. I love these. The textured cottons and the embroidered cottons, they are probably my favorite. I think they're beautiful. There's a little bit of linen in there as well. And then we come down to here and we have all of my knits. There's quite a range of them in there. I've got things that are for the kids, and then these I've had for ages because generally knit fabric is a bit more expensive, so you get it and then you're too scared to cut into it. So I think that's kind of creating a problem. This is why I can't have nice things. So yeah, there's still got this fabric. I still haven't used it yet. I'm debating maybe I might make a dress with it still, or I was actually just thinking maybe I'll change my mind and make the Anthea blouse. And I have quite a few really nice ones I still have not used. So I'll have to figure out what to do with them soon, I hope. And down the bottom, these are tubs of fabric that I'm not as in love with, and I'm not quite ready to get rid of them, or I could just use it for doing toiles of clothes. And in the middle here, gabardines, and underneath there's like denim. So I have been meaning to make jeans, but turns out I have less time than I thought I had to sew. Is all my PDF patterns. I do print them out, and I have actually made quite a few of these. Yeah, there is a ridiculous number of PDFs in here. Quite a variety, because I rarely make the same thing twice. I get bored with making the same thing over and over. If I make something twice, I really like it. That's a rare day. So here's my fabric. Now this side, things are falling out. You really didn't think that was all my fabric, did you? There's more patterns. If your fabric stash, if you think it's big, do you feel better now? Because this is quite a bit. This is what I've been trying to work down. That's why I was trying to make winter things, because this is crazy. I've got OpShop fabric. I love this for OpShop fabric. This is amazing. This is going to be some sort of cardigan, maybe the Helen's Closet. Blackwood cardigan, maybe out of this one. And then I was thinking about making like maybe the Tilly and the Buttons, the high neck turtleneck style one out of that one. I can't think of the name of that. And then there's these fleeces and things I was going to make kids things out of, and it was really expensive to get fleecy fabrics. So I think I've just bought a whole lot when things went on sale, and now I'm stuck with this. So don't do that. It's a bad idea. Bad idea. Excuse me. Now down here I have patterns, all my big 4 patterns. There's a lot of them. There is so many of them. I have New Look. I have all the brands. I don't buy a lot of Berta. I don't understand them. There's like a lot of vintage patterns. Another vintage pattern there. I love this top. I think this is gorgeous. I love it. Maybe the one she's wearing, actually, I quite like that. And New Looks, I think, are fabulous patterns. I have a lot of classic patterns, like in this front one as well. These are really good for everyday wear. There are a lot of really nice dress patterns. Some of them came with magazines. Yeah, just a lot of patterns. And then we go down here and we have your interfacings. There's more patterns in there. Boxes of junk I don't know what to do with. And then come down further, and then we have just crafty supplies, like things I do with the kids. Like these have got beads and feathers and all that sort of stuff in it. And this box has got all of my old like documents and stuff I needed when I was working, so I really can't get rid of that. And this in here is from Pit Trading. This is all fabric to make bras and stuff with, and I still haven't gotten very far with that. The Christmas fabric that I was going to make Christmas bags with that I haven't finished just yet. And this stuff in here is for making. I'll show you what I made with it. I made this little person out of it. So I've got 2 of them. I'm not sure where the other one's gone, but yeah, make these little people down here. That wasn't all my fabric. There's more. So this is all very recent. You've seen all this quite recently. Still haven't done anything with it because my week is just crazy lately. I just don't seem to have time for anything. Now I've got all of these are my winter fabrics, and I've got, you can see that's a Lady McElroy fabric. And then, hopefully I said that right. This is from Sew to Grow. I'll see if I can get in and I'll show you some. Okay, in this box, which I've pulled out, is fabric
from Nerida Hansen. This is my reading, ladies. I'm pretty sure if I've got enough of this will become a hope dress or something along that line. Just a simple summer dress that I will get lots of wear out of. I'm actually really looking forward to making that one. And this fabric, I bought these from Kristen on the Dali Society. This is like an Ultra Jupe, I think. I don't want to pull it out and make a mess. Yeah, I love this fabric so much. And then we've got a Lady McElroy. I think this is a crepe de chine. This is why I can't have nice things, because I get them and then I'm too scared to cut into them. And fabric tends to go in and out of fashion. So I don't want to end up deciding that I don't like it anymore. So this one, I definitely want to get that one made up this summer. Love that. That's a Rita, ladies. Oh, where am I? There we go. Yeah, I've got some beautiful fabrics in here. There's a lot of fabric. It's a bit crazy. Porcelain dolls under there. Somewhere safe. Yes, that's a viola, because I used to play viola in high school and I still have it. And I would love to keep going with it because I love music. And yeah, that's basically everything. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my sewing room. So I am actually trying to sew from my stash, and now you know why, because there is so much. I've been sewing, like I can't remember when I wasn't sewing. So there's a lifetime of fabric in there. A lot of it has been started since I had my kids, and my daughter's born in 2012, so a lot of it came from then. So I've had, like, how old is she now? She's like 11 now, so it's been a long time. Plus the stuff I had before I started sewing clothes. So yeah, I've got to tell myself not to feel too bad. I do get rid of things, it's okay. So if you thought that was a lot, I hope you feel better about your stash, if nothing else. It's quite modest, really, the setup. We do a lot of it ourselves, and like my desk is off Marketplace. This cabinet behind me, the shelving, that was my brother's when we were kids, like little kids. This is, I think it would have been secondhand back then, so this is really old. So we have used and reused as much as we can. I would love to have one of those beautiful setups with the IKEA units and the nice benches and the little pegboard units that everyone seems to have. I would love that. But for now, this is what I have, and I think it's pretty good considering what we've been able to achieve. And I do like the fact that we've been able to reuse what we have. So next week's video may be a hashtag this and that, because I was tagged. Failing that, I have a collaboration which I'm supposed to be doing this month. I'm not sure how that's going to go because I need to make something for it, so that may not be next week. It might be the week after, so keep an eye out for that, because I'm not really sure, because my week has been a bit crazy. Yeah, I had 6 kids home last week, and I feel like this week I've been making up for it, and there's just been no time. So, yeah, so hopefully next week it'll be either this and that, or, and I have had a request to do some videos for true starter beginners, so I'm going to try and incorporate that in the video so it appeals to all audiences. So yeah, let me know if there's anything that you would like to know. Are you a beginner? I even thought maybe we could come up with some tips for beginners as well. So true beginners who've never even touched a machine, where to start. I have loads of ideas because I know how I started, and hopefully we can come up with some ideas together to help the next generation of sewers. Hopefully you'll come back next week. If you're new, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe. And to everyone who comes back and now you've seen my sewing room, we're friends now. You've seen the sacred space, so we are now friends. Hope you enjoyed that today. Yes, I hold out for next week, and please drop down the bottom any ideas you've got for beginners. Thank you so much, and I will see you again next week. I'll see you then. Bye.